Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a brief screencast or screen recording, which you can use to present, a small part of a lesson or show students, a specific procedure, so that they can refer to that after your class period, maybe at home while they're doing their homework. They can watch your video to recall the steps of a particular math problem, for example. So I'm basically just going to follow along with these steps here. So just follow along with the video and you'll create a small video of your own that you can then post into Google Classroom. So first thing you want to do is select a particular topic or some sort of process that you want to explain, right? We're going to choose something brief. So think of your subject area and whatever it is that you're teaching, and what is something that you could create a short 3 to 5 minute video on that would be useful for your class. Okay, so if you want to pause and think about that, go ahead. I'm going to move on to step number 2 because I think I already have an idea. You're going to set up your screen background. This is completely up to you. You can use something called the AWW app or AW app or a web whiteboard. It's basically just what it says. It's a whiteboard that you can use on the web. You could use Google Slides if you want, if maybe you have a presentation already made, or maybe you already have some presentations made in Smart Notebook. You could refer to those. You could open those up and do a recording that outlines the steps that you already have there. Or you can just use the webcam. Like I just have this small webcam in the corner here, but you could also switch that and just do a web recording like this as well. If there was something, a concept or something that you thought was best just explained and you thought your kids would enjoy watching a video of it, that's something you could do as well. All right, next thing you need to do is open the Screencastify extension. So if you are sitting in my live workshop where we're doing this together, then you've already done this step with me. However, if you're watching this just on a video and you weren't sitting in on my workshop, then step number 3, open the Screencastify extension. You don't have that just yet. So what I'll do is I'll just go over to a new tab and I'm going to just type in the Chrome Web Store. And this is basically like the App Store for your Chrome browser. So first you have to be using the Chrome browser. If you're using Firefox or Safari or something, you have to be using the Chrome browser. So I'm just going to type in Screencastify, and I already have this, right? So I don't have the button here that says Add to Chrome, but if you don't have the extension already, you'll have a button that looks just like this one that says Add to Chrome. So go ahead and add that to Chrome, right? Once you do that, it's going to appear up in your Chrome browser, and you should probably have some other extensions up here as well. These are basically just add-ons and plugins. And so when you open up your Screencastify extension, and that was step number 3, right, it's going to ask you to set up microphone access. So go ahead and click on that. And it's going to ask, are you going to allow Screencastify to have access to your microphone, right, so that you can speak? And right. Okay, the next thing, it'll ask you if you want to give it access to the drawing tools. Go ahead and give it access to the drawing tools as well. If you want to use video, go ahead and embed the webcam as well. Turn that on. And that's pretty much it. When you want to record, you're just going to hit record. So I'll go ahead and do that. We'll hit record, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to share your entire screen, and just leave that as it is. All you got to do is click share, right? And then it's going to give you a little 3, 2, 1 countdown.
1.
Right, and there you go. And now it's going to start recording whatever is on your screen, and you may see the webcam here if you enabled that. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So you give your little mini lesson. Like I said, we're going to do just a brief 3 to 5 minute recording. And when you're done, you go back up to the extension here. You can see the little red dot is telling you that it's recording. Go ahead and click on that, tell it to stop. Right, and if you haven't already, go in and sign in with Google. So just use your school email account. Right, and you'll have your recordings in this little dashboard here. If you want, you can open up those recordings in Drive. Not if you want, do it. So open up your Google Drive, and you will find a video, or a folder rather, called Screencastify. There it is. Right, so any video that you've created using Screencastify is automatically going to go into this folder, Screencastify. And from there, right, you can send that in an email to somebody, right, as an attachment, or even better, right, so you could go to Google Classroom, and in a given assignment, you can attach that to the assignment and turn it in. So like, I'm going to give this assignment. You could go into Google Classroom, and attach it to a particular assignment, right? And here's that video, right? Add it, and then you'll see the video that you've created will be there as well. Now, if you're not in this classroom and that part doesn't make any sense to you, just know that you can do that. You can access it from Google Drive and add it to any assignments, or if you were using Google Classroom with your students, you can assign it and give it to students so that they can access that video outside of your classroom, right? And you use the Google Drive icon to get into your drive and then find whatever particular file it is that you wanted to add on there. Okay, so that puts us at, we clicked record, we presented our mini lesson, we stopped recording, and we got to give our recording a name then. Okay, so to give the recording a name, we kind of skipped over this, so I'm going to go backwards just a little bit. We'll go back to the Screencastify tab, which is just up here still, that dashboard that had the list of videos that we created. Right, yours will just have the one in there. You just go ahead and click on whatever that video is, right in there, and then it's just here at the top. You can just give it a name. What was this? Screencast Demo. Save. Okay, so we've given it a name. That's just much better than the date, I feel like. All right, so next step, upload it to Google Classroom and turn it in. And I kind of showed you, if you are in my Google Classroom, or if you are using Google Classroom, just know that you could then use the Google Drive icon to find that and attach that so that other people have access to it. And I'd love to hear how you're using it in your class. Just a couple other things, if you're not in the live session, you can use the web whiteboard app. It's just awwapp.com, a web whiteboard app.com. And so it's basically what it sounds like. You choose your pen length, you choose your pen color, right? And you can write anything on it as you would a whiteboard. And while you're recording it, you also have the options to, type text on it. You have your eraser function, right? Basic things like that. So it's a whiteboard that you can use digitally, and that really helps if you're recording screens for your students. You can also use the Smart Notebook Express. I recently sent out an email that shows you how to get on the Smartboard Express, the Notebook Express. So if you're using the Smart Notebook with your Chromebook, right, you can use this, or you can open up files that you already have. You can also just go to Google Slides. If you have presentations already in Google Slides, you can present lessons from Google Slides and then record those. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Shoot me an email. It's kmicks, KMICKS @harvey152.org. Happy to help out in any way I can. Have a lovely day.